Okay, hello folks. My name is Mark Zadarsky. I am the observing chair for the North Jersey Astronomical Group. And I'm here to bring you the evening sky for September of 2021. Well, if we look at our star chart here, this is a typical September sky. Um, Again, if anyone's not familiar with these, um, the perimeter of the star chart is the horizon. The center of the star chart is the zenith. And you can see it's marked east, west, north, south. So whichever way you're facing, you want to put that particular horizon on the bottom. Let's say you're facing south, you want the star chart facing the same way it is now. If it's facing west, you want to tip this star chart 90 degrees so you're looking this way from the horizon up, so you get that perspective. So that being said, welcome everyone. This is the night sky for September 2021. So if doing your observing, you want to generally do it from west to east because most of your stars will set in the west way before the ones in the east. They will be there all night long. So constellations like Boötes, Serpens, even Ophiuchus now, your late spring constellations will be setting soon. So if anything you're going to do, any kind of viewing, you want to do it at that time early, right after sundown. Your late summer constellations are, they're at the zenith, right at the top, and kind of the south and southwest now. So you have Scorpius is near the end setting, and you have the Teapot in Sagittarius, the Summer Triangle. You have Vega, Deneb, and Altair, the bright stars from that Summer Triangle. And within that Summer Triangle, you have constellations like Cygnus the Swan, Lyra the Harp, and Aquila the Eagle. Hercules is kind of high up in the west right now, but still close enough to zenith. Your autumn constellations are now in the east and they're rising, like Pegasus, and they tend to be dimmer than most of your summer constellations, your stars there. Pegasus, Aquarius, Pisces, even Perseus and Cassiopeia, they're up in the northwest over here. Your circumpolar star, constellations like the Ursa Major, it's kind of cruising low right now. So if you have a low tree line, a high tree line, you're not going to see it unless you have a good low horizon in the northwest, and it'll be that way for most of the season. Okay, moving on. So you have your bright asterisms. An easy way to navigate around. For instance, you can use the handle in the Big Dipper to Arcturus, and then you go diagonally from Arcturus. You can go straight over to Vega, and you can find the whole Summer Triangle there. You can see the Great Square of Pegasus, the big box in the east. And these two stars in Pegasus kind of point to Fomalhaut. It's the only bright star in the south and southeast at this time of the year. And you'll have a lot of interesting star clusters down in the south, again by the galactic center. For the evening planets, Saturn is due south in the evening, right now it's hanging out in Capricornus. Jupiter is on the Capricornus and Aquarius borderline. Again, it's a little bit east of south, just after nightfall. And Neptune is in between Pisces and Aquarius. Back up, previous. And low in the east here is Uranus. You might want to wait a few hours closer to midnight to view that at that point. These are our moon phases for September. If you want to do any deep sky stuff, you really want to do it this week. As the week of the 12th, I after, first quarter is the 13th, and all the way up till probably the 25th, you're going to have the moon in the sky. But that won't preclude you from viewing Jupiter or Saturn and any of the brighter deep sky objects. And full moon will be on the 20th. So your deep sky objects, you have a plethora of them this month. So it's very interesting. These are the end of summer, your summertime your deep sky objects near the galactic center. They disappear quick, so you want to view them early. So again, you want M13, M92. They're in the west. There's globular clusters and Ophiuchus. Again, view these kind of first because they're going to be the first ones to disappear. Also, all your low clusters and nebulae down in the galactic center will disappear quickly. So you want to view them, before 10 p.m. By the later part of the month, they'll be setting much quicker. So you also have Veil Nebula in the one of the wings of what you call Cygnus to Swan. You have the Ring and Dumbbell Nebulas, and Velsuptua is where the dumbbell is, and right at the bottom of Lyra the Harp is where the ring is. If you follow the Great Square of Pegasus, and you follow Pegasus as the horse's head out over here, and this star Enif, it kind of points to globular cluster M15. It's the probably the foremost globular cluster as the autumn continues. The others will start to set, and this will be the only one left we can view. The Perseus open double cluster, that's a beautiful one. It's in the northwest right now, along with the Andromeda Galaxy. Again, I tend to use the star Shiat in Cassiopeia as my pointer star to go toward the Andromeda Galaxy. And way off over in the east, the Pleiades are beginning to rise. Again, you may want a few hours before that you view them. Just a close-up. So if you're looking at Hercules, here's the torso of Hercules, and on the upper right-hand side of the torso is globular cluster M13. You can even see that in binoculars. M92 is over here near, I guess, where his head or his bottom would be, depending on your perspective. Again, we were looking at Lyra before, and M57, the Ring Nebula, is right between these two bottom stars at the bottom of Lyra the Heart. And these are, photographic pictures, and this is what you might expect to see in a telescope under a decently dark sky. The Dumbbell Nebula, again, you can make a diagonal from Vega, go across Alberio, right at the head of the Cygnus to Swan, and you'll go over and you'll find the Dumbbell Nebula here. And that's a beautiful one. This was taken out of my C11 last year. Just you can see the bow shock from this. This is where the center of the star was, and the rest of the nebula is expanding outward. The Veil over here again is in the wing of Cygnus the Swan. This was a supernova remnant that exploded many thousands of years ago in the center here, and these are, the gas bow shock. It's slowly expanding into space. Again, in Ophiuchus, you have M10 and M12 right here, kind of in the center in the torso of Ophiuchus. Again, and also the galactic center, right down in here. It's kind of low in the southwest now, but you have a myriad of objects to see: the Lagoon, the Trifid, the Omega Nebula, which is also known as the Swan, the Eagle, and many others, as well as some star clusters. So you want to really grab that before they disappear at the end of the month. They'll be gone. Globular cluster M15. Again, here you follow Pegasus' head. There's a star Enif, and there's M15. Two ways to find the Andromeda Galaxy. You can use it a telescope or binoculars. You can go from Alpheratz, right in the square of Pegasus, over the star Meroc, and make a right-hand turn to the Andromeda galaxies here. Or again, the star Skadar in Cassiopeia, you make a diagonal over here, and you can find the Andromeda galaxy. Again, with the Perseus double cluster, the star Skadar is also another guidepost. You do a diagonal straight down, and you can find this beautiful open cluster of stars. These were a nebula. This is an open cluster. They've used up all their gas, and they are now slowly expanding away from each other. Once again, you want to end your night. Do this at the end. Pleiades are low in the east. Maybe perhaps wait till midnight so they get a little higher up in the sky to view them. Again, enjoy the early autumn night sky. This is the AAR NJAG 16-inch Dobsonian, and it's available to use if we go to the Adirondack Astronomy Retreat in person. We hope to do that again next year. We'll have more information on that in the future as that develops. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and clear skies.